So I got a question from Greywack Jones who asked me, is CSS a programming language? Asking that question is a great way to make friends on the internet, I suspect. The short answer is no. Sorry. I mean, it's markup. It's a kind of configuration. It's a series of settings, it's instructions. It's something, but it's not really like a functional programming language. It's like Pluto. The thing with Pluto is not a planet, because if you make Pluto a planet, then you have to also make every other little rock in the area a planet. It's kind of like that. If you make CSS a programming language, then you have to include JSON, YAML, and all the other configuration and setting pages. It would be hard to make the case that CSS is a programming language, but I'll give it a go. CSS contains many of the attributes of a functional language. It has variables, it has functions, you pass it parameters, all those things. It has accessibility, performance, SEO, security, compatibility concerns, naming of variables, naming of files, naming structures, conventions, optimization, reusability. These are kind of programming concepts, no? Consider also that most CSS is not written directly, but it's computed, either through some sort of preprocessor like Sass, or in JavaScript, in some sort of node server which is then compiling it and building it to create CSS. So most people writing CSS are writing it in functional languages and are having to compile and build something. That's programming, right? So a CSS programmer is a developer, but a developer is not a CSS programmer. Also on a very high level, these are all just terms that are just designed to kind of denote and mean something. So what you determine by what is a language, what is programming, what is a structure, maybe those things are looser than people want to be strict about. So your definition might be looser. Is Excel a sort of programming language? What about writing a haiku? The people who are usually most angry about that suggestion of CSS as a programming language are the people who work in a programming language and somehow see CSS and HTML as lower, which I disagree with completely. There's still a great deal of complexity there, which require very programmer level thinking to solve. Skills of good CSS are definitely those that are required in good development in general. But that's my thought on it. Let me know in the comments if you massively disagree, which someone's bound to.